What up, Jippers? L-Plays back once again for some more No Man's Sky and our beautiful space adventures. I am just soaking in the beautiful buildings and scenery that this modded version of the game that I'm playing currently has. And it has been a freaking blast so far. And, of course, whoa, that looks freaking sweet. Let's go check this bad boy out. I was about to say, of course, just generally right now, it's a good time to be a No Man's Sky fan. No Man's Sky Beyond has been announced. We are getting an absolute mega update, which is going to combine the 3 major updates into one single super update. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good day. Hopefully, you guys are somewhere near as excited as I am, because it's a good feeling. It's a very good feeling. Holy freak, this is beautiful. I thought this planet was absolutely hideous. I was like, get out of here, fool, when I saw this place, like ghastly purple rock colours. But I've just landed in like it must just be a really sparse little oasis area. But this is freaking, look at this, this is awesome. Huh. What a scene. Oh, wow. Okay, we've got, oh, wait, no, camera. Yes, I wanted to get the ships. If I can get a picture with the ships in and that freaking structure right there, that'd be awesome. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. How far away would I have to go to get, like, all of that in? Oh, man, what a great start to the day. I just... this planet, look, in general, is absolutely hideous. It is so horrible. And I've just found this absolutely magical little spot hiding here. Even in, like, the darkest, ugliest places in this game, you can find something pretty special. So, yeah, that's a nice way to start the episode. All right, anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go check this thing out. Speaking of buildings, that's one of the things I'm hoping we get with the update. All I want to do is talk about the update and my theories and my speculation and all of the little things that I'm noticing in the trailer. Even since my like breakdown video, rewatching that and watching other people's breakdown videos and like looking at the trailer more, there's other things that I've seen in there that I'm thinking about that I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of that, and now it's got me all excited and hyped. Like, these are just like my favorite times as a No Man's Sky fan. Oh. These ships are just giving me, like, great pictures right now. Oh, my gosh. That is bright, but that looks... Oh, that looks really cool. Yeah, so the reason I'm thinking buildings could be added as part of the update, like planetary buildings, maybe, like, not this exact building, of course, but, like, stuff like that, was because Sean recently, just before the announcement and all of that sort of stuff started happening, Sean, of course, retweeted the picture of a 2014 piece of concept art. I think it's 2014. A really old piece of concept art. Black and white one with like a huge structure on a planet's surface. Like a huge metal building built into a mountainside. And I was like, does that... Like, whenever he retweets something like that, I'm like, it could just be that he really likes that. But at the same time, it's usually... Normally, whenever he retweets something, like, it turns out much later that there was a reason for it, and it ties back to something most of the time, not always. So I'm really hoping that we get these huge freaking planetary buildings, because finding stuff like this in the mod has been so exciting. And I know that I've just stood here for like 5 minutes talking absolute gibberish and doing nothing in the game, so I do apologize. But I just wanted to see this freaking awesome building. That looks awesome. It's like a giant atlas stone on top, like glowing red. That looks freaking sweet. Yeah, buildings like this are super cool. Obviously, in the mod, they're just kind of like pretty assets. If they get added into the game, of course, we know how they work. There will be a purpose to them. Any building they add, you'll be able to interact with at least in some way. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how all of that plays out if anything like that happens. But I think that's enough of this place. It is looking pretty nice here now. The more that I stay here, the more it grows on me, which is funny because it looked really hideous. Look at this in the daytime. Let me just show you guys. That's what this planet looks like. Garish, ghastly, hideous, freaking pink all over the place. Hardly any trees. And even the trees that are there, the red trees on the pink ground do not look good. That's not a good color combination for me. It doesn't work. But then there's that little oasis that we found over there, which actually looks really cool. That is such a cool building. Where's that from? I need to find out where the where like the assets come from that have been used in this mod. For those that don't know, I'm playing in an old version of the game. I'm playing in Pathfinder. I'm not in the latest version of No Man's Sky. This isn't the Visions update. I have gone back for a nice little nostalgic trip. That was another thing that I was like, I need to talk about that today in this episode. because I mean, you see like some funny comments and tweets and stuff, and one of them was meant to be a joke, and it did make me laugh quite a bit. But it was, I was getting all excited talking about the Beyond update, and someone commented something like, L plays gets super hype about the Beyond update, goes crazy for every little bit of information, and then 2 weeks after the update comes out, plays an old version of the game. And I was like, no. I think people have the idea that I don't like the current version of No Man's Sky, which is not the case at all. I think the last couple of updates, Next was freaking phenomenal. Like the stuff that Next added, just the improvements and everything in that were absolutely just mind-bogglingly amazing. And I freaking love it, especially things like the base building. And a lot of the visual stuff looks way better with the current version of the game. Since Next, with the Abyss. Abyss was awesome, Visions was awesome. Like, I love the current version of the game. I just really missed that, like, old feeling, like the nostalgia that I got when I was playing Pathfinder. Because that, for me, was probably my, I guess, my heyday, like my glory day in No Man's Sky, I guess. Like when my adventure was still pretty fresh at the time, and I was just finding all of these crazy incredible colors and things and planets for like the first time. And obviously the more you play something, the more things change, you know, it becomes less like that. So it's just kind of reliving those fun moments and memories that I've had before is what I'm loving about this series at the moment. It's not that I hate the current version of the game. Don't worry. I think most of you know that anyway, but, you know, there's just a couple of you that are like, oh, does this mean you are one of those people that is like, I hate the new aesthetic and all of this? No, I'm not. I love everything they do, and I'm pretty sure that what they add for Beyond is going to blow my mind even more than Next did, and Next was just... I remember when Atlas Rises dropped, I was like, that's it. Nothing could ever, it was so much. It was so much bigger than we all thought when Atlas Rises dropped, which is crazy to think about now. This is a weird planet. I've never seen anything like this. What are these things? Are they like cactus mountain rock things? I don't even know what that is. They look kind of like green tongues, like curled over, like loads of them. Ugh, that's a horrible thought, isn't it? Little trees made out of freaking green moldy tongues. Ugh, we'll call this planet Bulbous. Planet Bulbous Yucko. That's a great name. If I do say so myself. Oh, I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. I get so distracted. I see something cool and I'm like, oh, you just forget everything. What was I talking about? I feel like I was trying to talk about something important and I've just completely forgot. I was talking about the updates, that I love them, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. I was just making sure people know that I love the current version. Oh, that was it. Atlas Rises. Atlas Rises was freaking huge. And I remember when that dropped and completely blew me away. Because compared to Pathfinder and the Foundation updates, Atlas Rises was just you couldn't have imagined it at the time. I don't know. It seems silly to say that now, but I remember just being completely staggered when it came out, just completely blown away. And I remember thinking that's it. It doesn't get, you know, this is like the peak. No Man's Sky is not going to get updated like this ever again. We'll probably get other stuff, but it won't be as big or as good or as much as this. And then obviously Next was way bigger than that. And the way they've said it, the way they've worded it, is that Beyond is the most ambitious update to the game ever. Full stop. It's probably going to be bigger than Next based on that. You know, for them to come out openly in a statement and say it's the most ambitious update they've ever added to the game, it's going to be freaking huge. And it was meant to be free major updates, standalone updates. So yeah, I'm excited is basically what this whole video is about. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm super excited, and it's a good time to be a No Man's Sky fan. Is there ever a bad time to be a No Man's Sky fan? I was staying pretty quiet for a while because everyone was starting to get really agitated, and people were making some strange comments and tweets and videos and things because they'd gone quiet, and I was kind of like, how have they not earned our trust by now? At this point in time, we know exactly what this means. If they go quiet, they're cooking up something big. And of course, they were. Something really, really freaking big. So big that we can't even imagine it just yet, but it's going to be great. Anyway, right, that's enough jibber-jabbering about the update. I can talk about it. All I want to do is talk about the update. That's it. Just to random strangers I see in the street, I'm like, you ever heard of No Man's Sky? Let me talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Sean Murray. Right, where's my ship? I feel like we should go... should we go to another place? I don't know. Do I want to go to another place or do I want to... Ooh. Hello. I see a tree. Are there no creatures on this planet? Is this a... Oh, no, there are. I love these little avocado things. Okay, I think we're going to go to one more planet. So I'm going to have to go back and find the ship. I'll see you in a second. Okay, here we go. A brand new system. Do we want to go for this giant blue looking planet? Or there should be 2 other planets. I think there's a 3-planet system. We've got a red one. Ooh, that's tempting. That's very tempting. Red in Pathfinder. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Or this little teeny tiny one over here. I'm going to go for the red one. The red one has me intrigued. I feel like I find a lot of red planets in the current version of the game, but I didn't find many when Pathfinder was around, and that's what version we're playing. I need to keep remembering that. So, oh my, mamma mia! Look at this place. We've got water, and I'm betting there's trees here for sure, 100%. Please, wait. I thought there was water just there and it disappeared. Oh my gosh! Ah! Almost hit a freaking rock. What is that? They look like little Gek statues or something. Oh, that would be great. Somebody make gigantic... I know there's the Gek statues of ruins, but like I want an entire ancient city being erected in honor of the Gek. That's... I'm going to build it. That's... I need to hop into creative mode on the current version of the game and get my building skills out. Alright, let's land and see if there's grass. No way. There's no grass. I was sure there was going to be grass here. I just had a feeling. It was incorrect. Dang it! I jinxed it. Where's my freaking grass? Gypped again. I'm going to go into this cave then. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Oh, this is like a volcano. There's another thing I keep seeing loads of people asking for. I would love volcanoes. I think that would be awesome, but I'm not really bothered if we get them. Does that make sense? It's one of those things that people talk about, and I'm like, yeah, that would be freaking awesome. And lava planets, that would be great. But I don't like... If we don't get that, it's not really, like, high up there on my list of things that I really want. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel like there's going to be so much stuff that is going to be great, whether I guess it or not. Like, it doesn't matter. There's going to be... Whatever they add, I'm going to love it. So that's kind of where I'm just feeling right now. It's just a happy place. It's pretty scary down here. We got any creatures in here? Hello? Anybody home? Wow. Oh, it sounds really spooky down in the cave as well. I'm kind of glad that I haven't seen any creatures, because that's the one thing I didn't realise until coming back to this version of the game that was super annoying back then. Creature sounds are like... like it's weird, because I can't remember ever being... I don't know, I don't remember when I used to play that. Maybe I'll have to go back and check out some of my old videos from back in the day. But I don't remember being, like, infuriated at the sounds that animals made. I don't remember that ever even being a problem for me at all. Like, never even thinking that was a problem. But now, when I find those creatures here, they squeal so loud. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Even with my headphones turned down, I'm like, oh, it's painful. It's painful. They definitely sound a lot better nowadays. But it's funny how, like, those kind of things aren't a problem until you get something better. I don't know, that's strange. That's something I've always found. Like, I don't know. It's like with TVs and stuff, you know, like once you get like a big TV, you can't ever go back to having a small one. It's that kind of thing, right? Once you've experienced something better, it's like you can't go backwards. That's kind of what I get with animal sounds. But other than that, I'm still having a great time. Everything else is perfect. Please be some grass. All I want to do is find a grassy planet. Like, what the heck? There was something else important that I wanted to talk about today. Today's the day where I'm just like clearing up all of the stuff that I want to talk about and say, and make sure the record is set straight on, you know, like for me, so people don't assume things about me, which people do a lot. People do that a heck of a lot. I remember a while back I had people like assuming, because I'm like positive and excited all the time, I don't know, that's a choice, you know, that's something like I actively have worked on and chosen to try and do, and of course I've been lucky as well in many ways. But I remember like someone quite a while back started digging into me on, I think it was on YouTube or Twitter or something, I don't remember, because I'd lived a super lucky, naive life, and I've never had anything bad happen to me, and that's why I'm always so positive, and I don't understand the way the real world works. And I was just like, where do people get these like don't do that. Don't, if there's like people you know on the internet, don't just assume that you know anything about them. I was like, you got no idea. This person was like, yeah, I think they thought that I'd grown up in like a rich family with loads of money and had everything handed to me and my life had always been good. And I was like, no, I grew up in council housing with one parent, a step parent in prison, and I had a pretty, you know, not like a perfect life when I was young. And people make these assumptions and it's really, I don't know, it's just strange to me that you do that. Obviously, when I make videos and I'm playing games and I'm having fun, I'm pretty positive and excited and life is good. But like that doesn't mean everybody's life is always perfect just because they're happy when you see them, you know? Wow, what a tangent we're going off today on. This is a freaking heck of a place. Oh my gosh. I'm like, it's such a weird timing for me because this, like going back to this version of the game is like a completely fresh experience for me, which is weird because I know it's kind of like going back to an old experience, but with the mods as well, there's stuff that you couldn't have ever seen, like these freaking, how have I only just noticed these, like these freaking tentacle things that look like, I don't know, like maggot things or something? Yeah, I don't know, like there's stuff like this. So basically whenever I go back, whenever I play like a modded version of the game or something, it feels like I'm just playing a totally different game, like something completely new. Oh, somebody's trying to ring me. I'm so professional, you know. I should have just answered the phone and had the conversation like mid-video. Yeah, and so like I'm just getting into this, so I'm like I wanted to make this like a full-on series of me playing tons and tons of episodes of this, exploring all of these crazy buildings and weird stuff like this that you find that just looks freaking insane. Like I was so ready for that. I wasn't even thinking like I'm desperate for another No Man's Sky update or anything. And now we're getting a huge freaking update that I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's gonna be great because I'm kind of like, this will easily keep me going until the summer, without even like thinking, oh, I won't even be thinking about like the stuff that you kind of always want to see, you know, more variation and more cool things to find. I'm like, I've got it all with this. And then straight off the back of this, I'm going to be rolling into the No Man's Sky Beyond update. So I'm pretty freaking happy right now, I've got to say. Right, let me go. I want to go. Wow, this is like the densest freaking forest I've ever seen. I feel like there were some other important things that I wanted to talk about as well. I know this is like, oh my gosh, L players, be quiet. But that was like, I said to myself, there's a load of things that I'm seeing and that are annoying me a little bit. And not so much annoying me, but just stuff that like, if I don't say anything about things, people just make up their own mind. And I'm like, well, hear things from me or don't do that, you know? I'm probably not making any sense. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about was like the update itself and videos and coverage and excitement and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I freaking love speculating, diving into every little detail of every little tiny teaser bit of information we get, any little clues. Like, for me, that is just fun. Like, that is a huge part of what got me hooked on No Man's Sky. Waking Titan, obviously, the whole point of that was all of that sort of stuff. It's not something I've ever been into in that way with another game before. No other game has done that. No other game community has kind of been that for me, you know? So I'm... like, that is a huge part of why I'm so passionate and excited about No Man's Sky in general. That's why I've, like, never lost interest in it. It's, like, that for me is a huge part of the fun and excitement. Trying to guess what's coming. Even, like, I don't care if any of the things that I think are coming or speculate are coming, like, if they end up in the game. And, like... there's no secret when I'm speculating. It's very clear that I'm speculating. So if you see a video with me talking about speculation, obviously, yes, don't take that as your expectation. You know, if I'm like, oh, I think we're going to get these huge structures that I was just saying because I've seen a tweet that had that, and I think the teaser trailer we saw could be inside one of those, and it might be on a planet's surface. You know, like, it's clear in those videos that I'm speculating. I say that, obviously, and I title them all correctly and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that. That's a complaint that people say, like, oh, expectation gets too high when you get hyped and excited. I'm like, well, if you take people's, like, excitement and theories and speculation as your expectation, then you're just an idiot, really. And I don't care about you. if you're the kind of person that's going to watch a speculation video and then get mad or disappointed that something someone speculated isn't in the game, I don't feel any responsibility for looking after you. You know? But there's loads of people like me that do really enjoy just talking about this stuff and discussing it and delving into it and coming up with ideas. Like, that is a big part of the fun for me. That's what I enjoy doing. That's why I love the Cobra TV subcast so much. That's why I like really started getting into Waking Titan back in the day. There's just something exciting about that whole side of it for me, you know, like delving into things. I don't know, not knowing stuff is as exciting as seeing cool stuff when it comes out for me. Like, the wait is exciting for me, you know, as we're getting drip fed little tiny pieces of information. And there is like, I guess some people don't like that. I definitely have seen that, and that's something I didn't really realise for quite a while. I just thought everyone find it kind of exciting, you know, but some people definitely don't. Some people hate it. They're like, just tell me everything that's coming. I want a full roadmap. I want to know exactly what the future holds for No Man's Sky. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. If you offered me that list right now, like the secret memo, of course I'd be like, yeah, show me. I want to see everything. I want to know what's coming. But at the same time, there's definitely something I find exciting about not knowing stuff and trying to guess it and speculating and just like talking about it with people, you know, like cool ideas. There are loads of cool ideas that you guys come up with in the comments and on Twitter and stuff that we talk about, and I'm like, that's all. Half of it I'm like, that's never gonna happen, but it's fun to talk about and to think about. It would be super cool. Like, yeah, that would be freaking awesome. You know, there's stuff like having pets or creating your own planet. That's a really cool one that everyone at some point has thought of or talked about. You know, the idea of being able to terraform your own planet in No Man's Sky, like cherry picking all of your perfect favorite things that you've ever seen in the game, you know, like choosing the grass color, the grass type, the tree types, the kind of animals that are there, spreading out the oceans and trees and mountains, and like being able to design a planet or something like that. Never ever gonna come to the game. It just doesn't make sense. It's not what the game's about. It's never gonna happen. But that, like, just thinking about that and talking about it is fun for me. Like, discussing that and thinking about how cool that would be, I find that like enjoyable. So that's a big part of what I like to do here on the channel. And then the other thing is, people seem to get, like, there's just a few people that I think just, I don't know, like, I don't want to, obviously people have different views on things, right? Like, I don't know, I don't want to sound super preachy, which I probably can't avoid. but there are people that, from, like, I don't know, from my read on it, just can't help being negative, downer, sad people about everything, you know, like just trying to bring other people down as well, just trying to put a negative spin on everything, just trying to suck the fun out of things. Like, they can't just enjoy things and let other people enjoy things. And I feel like that happens on my videos and other people's videos and on Twitter, and whenever there's update stuff, when people are getting excited and talking about things and delving into things, you always get one or two people that are like, oh my freaking gosh, I can't believe you just made like a 15-minute video or a 10-minute video or 7-minute video or a 20-minute video talking about this when you don't even know what's going to be in the update, or we haven't even been given much information. And I'm like, I just don't understand it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, if you're passionate about things and excited about things, then talking about them for like even 30-40 minutes, you know, like, that's not difficult. Pretty much every video I ever put out that isn't a gameplay video, whenever it's a speculation video or an analysis video or a talking about features video or something like that, every single one of those videos, like, you guys don't see, you have no idea, but I have to cut them down in editing so much. And you can hear my jump cuts in pretty much every one of those videos I do. Every time there's a little tiny jump cut, that's me taking out a chunk of the video, like something I was talking when I recorded it, rambling excitedly, like talking about something, like getting carried away because I'm excited and I'm passionate and I see things that are like I find exciting and I want to talk about and I think could be a clue. Like, those videos that you see that are cut down to like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 8 minutes or like whatever they end up being, like, that's normally on average probably like less than a third of the time that I was talking about that subject, and I cut it down to try and make it like a little bit more coherent, and obviously a part of that is when you're excited as well, you ramble a bit and you talk, and I think I do that anyway quite a lot. So yeah, I don't know, people seem to get really petty about that kind of thing, you know. It's like, oh, how dare you make a video for 20 minutes about something that was like a 30-second teaser or like a 5-second clip from a teaser. And I'm like, that's what people do when they're passionate and excited about something, you know. Let them have their fun with it. If you're really passionate, excited about something, even a tiny little detail gets you excited and gets you wanting to talk and have a conversation and think about things and speculate, like, that's That's what passionate people do. I just don't get why that would be a problem for some people. Okay, so I was rambling a lot and I decided that that would probably be a good place to cut the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. I was a bit rambly. There's just a lot of stuff that I wanted to just once talk about and address so that we don't have to talk about it again. And we're going to get back to just playing the game and having fun in the next one. So yeah, hopefully you didn't mind this too much. Take care, guys. And peace. Before we end the video, I did want to say a very, very big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. You guys are freaking amazing. Acac, Anakey, Dale from the Atlas Hub, David D, DeadDerezzer, Forgotten Stoner, Heath, Jeremy J, Johannes A, Jtecnique, Kyle Culver, Lukash M, Foraday, Madeline J, Malindog, Mark F, Marky D, Mbal23, Mingrui, Neil B, NTB, Ongrad, Autumn Long, Paul L, Rasmus K, Shirokumajelly, Wise Gek G, Technical Gaming 101, the Golden Gek, Todd C, Todd H, TyTheBlazer, and Vanella. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for continuing to support me and what I do.